My name is David, and I'm 27 years old. What I'm about to tell you happened less than a year ago. It still feels like yesterday. It was late summer in Savannah, Georgia, one of the oldest and most haunted cities in America. My friends and I had rented a small 2-story house near the historic district for the weekend. The place looked charming in the daytime, but at night the atmosphere changed. The house sat across from an overgrown cemetery, hidden behind iron gates. We thought it was just an Airbnb with character, but that night we learned the truth. It was me, Ethan, and Chris. We were sitting in the living room, the lights dim, playing cards, drinking cheap beer, and talking about old times. The house was quiet, too quiet. You could hear the creaks in the wooden floorboards above us, even when no one was there. Around midnight, Ethan leaned toward the window. "Someone's out there," he whispered. I walked over, thinking it was a drunk tourist wandering near the cemetery. But what I saw froze me. A tall man stood across the street, half in shadow, half in the pale glow of the streetlight. He wasn't moving, just staring at the house. At first, I laughed it off. Maybe he's lost. But my stomach twisted. Something about the way he stood, so still, so wrong. We tried to ignore him, but the game was ruined. Every few minutes, one of us would check the window, and every time, he was still there. Same spot, same posture. Then, just after 1 a.m., he was gone. Chris let out a nervous laugh. Guess he found his way home. But minutes later, we heard the back gate creak open. The three of us froze. Ethan whispered, "That was inside." I grabbed my phone, but the signal was gone. No bars. Chris swore under his breath. We moved as a group toward the kitchen. The back door had a small window, and through it we saw the man. He was standing in the yard, closer now, his face still hidden. His hand rested on the doorknob. Slowly, he began to twist it. We locked the door before it could open, but the handle kept rattling. Then, silence. We backed away, trying not to breathe too loud. That's when we heard it. Footsteps upstairs, heavy, slow, deliberate. But we had been downstairs the whole time. No one else had a key. Chris grabbed a fireplace poker. Ethan picked up a kitchen knife. My hands were shaking, but I felt like I had no choice. We went up the stairs together. Every step groaned under our weight. The air was heavy, humid, like the whole house was holding its breath. At the top of the stairs, the hallway stretched dark, the doors half open. From one of the rooms came the faint sound of breathing. We pushed the door open. The room was empty, just an old guest bedroom with peeling wallpaper. The window was cracked open. A chill blew in, carrying the faint smell of rot from the cemetery. That's when Ethan pointed to the closet. The door was shut, but the slats shook ever so slightly, like someone was inside. I stepped closer, my heart pounding so hard it hurt. I reached out and yanked the door open. Nothing. Just a dark, empty closet. We backed away, relief rushing over us. But then Chris gasped. His eyes went wide. Behind me, in the reflection of the cracked mirror on the wall, stood the man. I spun around, but the room was empty. The mirror, though, it showed him standing between us. A tall man in dark clothes, face pale, eyes black. I don't remember screaming, but Ethan grabbed me and dragged me out of the room. We stumbled down the hallway, crashing into walls. The mirror shattered behind us, the sound echoing like a gunshot. Back in the living room, we locked every door and window, trying to catch our breath. Then came knocks from all sides of the house at once, slow, heavy, like someone testing the walls. We huddled together, whispering prayers, too scared to move. Around 3 a.m., it all stopped. The house went silent again. No knocks, no footsteps, nothing. We stayed awake until dawn. When the sun finally rose, we stepped outside, desperate to leave. But the yard told a different story. There were no footprints in the wet grass, none on the porch, none by the back gate. It was impossible. We had seen him, heard him, felt him. Chris said in a shaky voice, "Maybe it was a ghost." Ethan didn't answer. He just kept staring at the house, pale as a corpse, because on the front door, carved deep into the wood, were 3 words: "I found you." We packed our bags in silence and left within the hour. I'll never forget the feeling as we drove away, the house shrinking in the rearview mirror. It felt like we had survived something we weren't supposed to. Sometimes at night, I dream about that mirror, about the stranger's face. And when I wake up, I swear I hear knocks on my walls, slow and steady, like he's still searching. I don't know what he was or why he chose us. But I know this: 3 of us walked into that house, and ever since, I've felt like someone else walked out with us. If you enjoyed this story and want more terrifying encounters, make sure to subscribe to Supernatural Encounters. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you would have done if you were in this situation. Your support helps me bring you even more chilling true horror stories. Stay safe and stay haunted. I thought leaving that house would end it, but the knocks still follow me, no matter where I go. 3 of us left Savannah that night, yet sometimes I feel like a 4th presence came with us. And if you're hearing this now, maybe the stranger has found you too.